Harbor Freight just released the Inside Track Club deals for August 2025, and that's what we're going to be discussing in this video. Plus, in case you're not aware of it, Harbor Freight in August will also be having a new promotion called Flash Sale Wednesdays. This is where you can get one item at a discounted price every Wednesday in August. The flash sale starts tomorrow, Wednesday, and we'll be discussing that in a moment. So if you want to know more about the Inside Track Club deals and everything going on at Harbor Freight, then let's get started with this video. Hello guys and welcome back. Before we start discussing all the deals going on right now at Harbor Freight, do me a big favor and hit that subscribe button and that thumbs up button if you haven't done so already. Helps the channel grow and helps you stay up to date on all the latest deals. Alright guys, so let's take a look at everything that's going on right now at Harbor Freight. We're going to be looking at the Inside Track Club deals for August 2025. And if you want to find this flyer so you can browse through it at your leisure, you can find it at my website under the Extras tab. There's the domain for you right there. Just type that into your browser, head on over there, and you can see this flyer anytime that you like. Anyway, so before we get started on this, let's talk about the flash sale going on. Alright, so this is the first day of the flash sale starting on August 6th, tomorrow, Wednesday. This is the first item they're going to have. Now, so far I don't have the rest of the stuff going on for the rest of the month, but later on I may come across a leaked version where I can publish all the information for you guys so you know everything that's going to be going on sale for the rest of August. So stay tuned for that. I will certainly post that up either in my community tab or on the video or something like that. I will let you guys know if there comes a leaked version where I can tell you in advance everything that's going to be going on sale on a flash sale. That way you can stay prepared and be ready for that. Alright, so here's the first item, flash sale every Wednesday in August. Here's a sneak peek of the first deal. Like I said, valid on August 6th only. Let me zoom this guy in. That way you can see better what is going on there. 1 day only flash sale, 8/6. In store only, so you cannot get this online while supplies last. Of course it is. No coupon required, so you don't even need to bother getting a coupon to go on and get this guy. Here are the item numbers for you right there, and it's an icon light where a lot of you icon guys complain you don't get enough items going on sale for you. Well, here you go. On this new promotion, the very first item is for you icon guys. The 800 lumens LED rechargeable magnetic handheld foldable slim bar work light. There you go, not a bad little light. Comes in 4 colors, black, red, blue, or green, so you can match it up to whatever you like. And tomorrow only, this guy normally retails for $40, but it'll be 50% off, only $20, which is like the old Braun light. There you go, that's a pretty good price right there for an icon light. 1 day only. Be sure to get into the store and grab this guy tomorrow if it's something that you're interested in. So there you go. Let's get back to the Inside Track Club deals. Alright, so let's take a look at all these Inside Track Club deals going on for the month of August. And before we continue with that as well, let me point out another promotion that's coming up this weekend. I heard about this also. I don't have any graphic to show you, but I'm going to give you a little update as to what's going on. This weekend, they're having a free item weekend. You can get any one of 3 items of paintbrush, a zip tie set, or a multi-purpose scissors. Like I said, I don't have any graphic, but as far as I understand it, that is the promotion that's going to be going on this weekend, August 8th through the 10th. You're going to be able to take advantage of those 3 items. Free item, no purchase necessary. So nothing to worry about. Just walk into the store and grab those guys, and you can take advantage of it. And I'm pretty sure the reason they're doing that is to get you into the store. That way, if you don't know about the parking lot sale that's coming up, then you'll see the flyer right there at the register, and you'll know about the parking lot sale. So they're trying to drum up more business for the parking lot sale, which makes perfect sense. So if you don't know anything about the parking lot sale and you haven't seen my video, it's on my channel page where I cover everything about the parking lot sale. It's a full leaked version, and the parking lot sale has not been updated. That is what's coming up next week. Starting on Monday, the Inside Track Club people can get in there and take advantage of it starting on the 11th. Everybody else has to wait until next weekend. Not this one, next weekend. But the Inside Track Club folks, you can get in starting next Monday, the 11th. All right then, let's get started. That's a lot of promotions to update you guys on, but it's all well worth it if it's something that you're interested in. So now, let's get into this current promotion of the Inside Track Club deals. Here we go. If you're looking for some batteries, you can get the blue batteries, the Thunderbolt Edge batteries, the Prime Power Alkaline batteries, AA or AAA 18-pack You can get it right now for $4, normally $9, so that's half price right there. Save yourself about $4 right there. Not too bad. And they're not very expensive if you stop and think about it. Most of the time I get Rayovac batteries at Walmart and stuff because they're about the cheapest ones out there. But Walmart is not getting to be too cheap anymore. They're using all this tariff stuff as a way to raise their prices. First of all, they were using all the inflationary days. Then they took advantage of all the problems with the worldwide pandemic problem. And then now they're taking advantage of the tariff thing. So Walmart is getting to be a little bit evil in the way they take advantage of all these different things, anything possible just to raise their prices. I used to love Walmart because they were the best deal in town, but not so much anymore. So let's not worry about that. Let's move on. Here we go. If you need a wet dry shop vac, dusting brush, and crevice tool for your Bauer shop vac, you can get these two guys for $6, normally $9, so that's about half price right there. And here you go with a brush, a 4-inch chip brush. You can get this guy for $1.29, normally $1.69, so that's about 50 cents you save, something like that. But if you don't want to pay $1.29, you can wait for this weekend and get yourself a free paintbrush. Or if you need a 9-inch locking welding clamp, there you go, $10 for this guy, normally $12, so that's a few bucks you save right there. Not bad if you need a welding clamp. And here is a wire brush with scraper for $1.29, normally $1.80. So again, maybe like 50 cents you save on that guy if you're looking for that. And see, this is what I always tell you guys. Whenever they bring up the detailing brushes, the ones that you get 6 brushes, and you have the steel, the brass, and the nylon brushes, they're good for all sorts of little projects, but I always tell you, they're not very durable. If you want to get a durable one, then get yourself something like this. This guy is really a much tougher one because it's made for scraping and dealing with welding projects and stuff like that. Wouldn't handle much stronger steel. It can tackle a lot of things. If you've got to scrape some rust and stuff like that, this guy will do a much better job. The other ones are okay for light duty, but heavier duty, you can get something like this. It'll cost you more, but it's well worth it if you have a big job to tackle. And here you go for you Icon guys. Again, the Icon T10 Professional Comprehensive Diagnostic Scanner for $1,600. Normally $1,700, so that's about $100 you save right there. Not a bad tool. I think maybe it's a little bit overpriced. Again, I'm not a technician. I look at things from the DIY perspective, and I also look at things from the perspective of a tool reviewer. So, I mean, most of you guys are probably not going to spend on something this expensive unless you're a technician, but most of my viewers are DIYers. So you're not going to want to go to this price range, but it's fine. It's a decent little tool, and it'll do the job if you're a technician and you can write off the cost and you're going to be using it on a daily basis. For a DIYer, I just can't recommend it. And here we go if you're looking for a floor jack. The Pittsburgh 2-ton low-profile aluminum racing floor jack with a rapid pump. You can get this guy for $150 right now, normally $200, so you save yourself $50. Or if you need a shop press, here you go with the Central Machinery 20-ton H-frame floor shop press for $200, normally $250, so again, you save yourself $50. If you need a press, that's a good time to get it right now, save yourself some money. Or here's another Icon item, the Professional Master Ball Joint Universal Joint Press Set, a 20-piece set for $200, normally $215, so you save $15. And I will warn you, in case you're not aware, some people have complained, and there has been some issues where this item right here, this part here, the press part right here, has been known to break and crack. Because I think it's made out of cast iron. Maybe it's some kind of composite. I don't know. But the way I've seen it crack, it looks like it might be a brittle material. Either way, it doesn't really matter. It has a lifetime warranty. You take it back, get a new one. I know that's what people are going to say, but that's not the perspective I'm looking at it from. I'm looking at it from the point of view that I don't want you guys getting hurt. That's why I'm warning you. If you have one of these kits and there is the potential that you're going to put a lot of stress on it and it may break on you, be sure to take precautions. Wear either a really thick leather gloves or something like that, or set it up in a way that you protect your hands, your wrist, etc., so you don't get yourself injured. The tool itself, if it breaks, who cares? You got a lifetime warranty. I just don't want to see you guys get hurt, so take precautions so you don't injure yourself. And here you go. How about the US General 27 by 22 inch top chest? You can get this guy for 220 bucks, normally 250, so that's 30 bucks you save. Comes in 8 colors. Oh, they haven't updated this one to the new one because a lot of the other things are in 9 colors. So here you go. This guy is only red, black, blue, green, orange, yellow, white, or gray. And here's a different floor jack, the Pittsburgh 2.5 ton low profile aluminum racing floor jack with rapid pump. You can get this guy for 180 bucks right now, normally 230, so that's 50 bucks you save on that guy. And here's a welder, and that's one of the things also, if you see any welders, I think there's like 3 or 4 welders in this flyer. There's only 1 or maybe 2 welders at the parking lot sale. You may want to compare and see if they're on this flyer or not. But if not, you may be able to get some better deals on welders if it's something that you're looking for in this flyer. Here we go with the titanium 65 amp plasma cutter. Oh, this is a plasma cutter, not a welder. I just saw the picture and thought it was probably a welder, but there are more going further down the flyer. Here we go, the plasma cutter for 900 bucks, normally 1,000, so you save yourself 100 bucks. And here you go if you want an inexpensive table saw, the Warrior table saw. That's about as cheap as they're going to have. Right now you have the 15 amp 10 inch table saw from Warrior for 140 bucks, normally 150, so that's 10 bucks you save. That's not a big savings. I do believe I've seen this guy even cheaper on some previous promotions that they've had. But of course, right now this is the best you can do. But if you don't need it, you want to wait, feel free to wait because sometimes I have seen it go cheaper than that. And here you go. Like I said, here's a welder for you. The titanium MiG 170 professional welder with 120 and 240 volt input, 480 right now, normally 550, so you save yourself 70 bucks. That's why I said there's a few welders on here, maybe something better than the parking lot sale. Remember, these prices go on all month long, or the parking lot sale is only for a week. So you can pick and choose whatever works best for you. And how about if you need a magnetic paper towel holder, you can get this guy in 8 colors also. And it's only $10 right now, normally $15, so you save yourself about 5 bucks. And how about if you need a portable thickness planer, you can get this Hercules 15 amp 12 and 1/2 inch portable thickness planer for 350 bucks right now, normally 400, so that's 50 bucks you save. And let's see what else. Well, here's another plasma cutter. The 45 amp plasma cutter from Titanium for 700 bucks, normally 800, so that's 100 bucks you save on that guy. Or if you're looking for a motorcycle lift, there you go with the Pittsburgh 1,000 pound capacity steel motorcycle lift for 450 bucks, normally 570, so that's 120 bucks you save. Not bad if you're looking for something like that. And let's see, how about this guy here, the Bauer 23-foot automatic feed handheld electric drain cleaner for 85 bucks, normally 100, so that's 15 bucks you save. And one thing I'll say, if you get one of these guys, I mean, this is a pretty good tool for plumbers and stuff like that. Normally for snaking sinks and so forth. That way you don't have to deal with a big, bulky snake to take it into a person's home and so forth. But I would say test this guy out first. Make sure it works properly. Try to do a few little test runs and stuff like that. Don't get it dirty. Don't stick it into a dirty sink or something, because I don't know about where the rest of you guys live, but I know in my state, if you get this guy dirty and try to take it back, they won't take it back because of, toxic this and toxic that and all that kind of lunatic stuff. They'll say, oh, you stuck it in a drain. It's full of toxic chemicals. We can't take it back. Just don't get it dirty. Then you can defend against that. Like I said, I don't know if that's across the whole U.S. or just this crazy state that I live in, but a lot of plumbing stuff, you cannot take it back once you use it because they'll claim all sorts of stuff like that. And let's see, how about if you're looking for a slide switch angle grinder, the Bauer 7 amp 4.5 inch grinder. You can get it right now for 23 bucks, normally 30, so that's about 7 bucks you save there. Or if you're looking for a floor scraper, the 48 inch scraper, only 10 bucks right now, normally 15, so you save yourself about 5 bucks. Great for pulling up all sorts of tiles and stuff like that where you need some leverage and you really got to get those guys pried up. This comes in way, way handier than having to be on your knees and doing that kind of work. And let's see, how about if you're looking for the Avanti Professional Airless Paint Sprayer? For priming and stain, you can use this guy. Right now it's 600 bucks, normally 650, so you save yourself 50 bucks. And if you're looking to do some concrete work, there you have the Bauer 4 cubic foot cement mixer for 330 bucks, normally 380, so you save yourself 50 bucks. Remember, if you want to get a cheaper one also, it's not on this flyer and it's not on sale, but they do always have the metal one, which is cheaper than this guy. This is the plastic composite body, but the metal one, which is all metal, it's their older one. That one is always a lot cheaper. It's always like, I don't know, 270, 280, something like that. So you can save yourself even more money if you go with that guy. And this guy here, how about if you're going to be doing some concrete cutting? Here you go with the Bauer 15 amp 14 inch portable concrete pull saw. 240 bucks right now, normally 280. Save yourself 40 bucks. And if you need some tape, now here's something you can get pretty inexpensive. Here you go from StickTech, the 60 yard by 1.88 inch painter's tape for $4.99, normally $7, so that's 28% you save right there, a couple bucks. Not bad if you're going to be doing all sorts of detail work, painting, stuff like that. $5 is a lot better than $7. And if you go to some other places like Home Depot and stuff, it's more expensive than that. And one thing I'll tell you, I've used their tape before. It's not too bad. It does a decent job. Many years ago, I bought like a 10-roll pack, and it lasted me for several years. I don't think they carry that 10-roll pack anymore. I haven't seen it when I've gone into the store, but it's a whole lot cheaper way to go. And it's great for doing detailing on your vehicle and all that stuff because you can mask off certain areas that you don't want to hit with the buffer and cause damage and so forth. Or even when you're doing painting, or even when you're wrapping stuff. I find this tape to be a whole lot better than some of the other tapes out there for even wrapping and tying things together. So multitude of uses, but like I said, at Home Depot, even Walmart, pretty expensive. Walmart, for example, sells the duct tape, the one with the duck as a symbol, and the 3M. 3M is obviously expensive, and the duct tape really doesn't stick that well, so I kind of stay away from that one. But the StickTech has worked out pretty good for me, so I don't know who makes it for them, but it works out just fine. And here you go. How about if you need an air-powered angle grinder? The 4.5 inch professional air angle grinder from Chief for $90 right now. Normally $100. Save yourself $10. And here's a different clamp. Here you go with the Brennan 8-inch sheet metal clamp for $10. Normally $12. Save a couple of bucks there. And here you go with a different industrial welder. The Vulcan MIGMAX 215 industrial welder with 120 and 240 volt input. $780 right now, normally $900. Again, $120 you save, not too bad. And here you go with the Hercules 9 by 11 inch dry sanding sheets with ceramic alumina grain, a 5-pack for $4, normally $7, so you save a few dollars there. And let's see, how about this guy here? The Banks 15-degree coil roofing nailer for $100, normally $130, so you save $30 on that guy. Or here you go from Bauer if you want some cutoff wheels. The 4.5 inch metal cutoff wheels, a 10-pack for $4.99, normally $8. So there you go. Save yourself about half price right there. A 10-pack, that means it's about 49 cents a piece. That's not very expensive. You go to Home Depot or something, it'll be a lot more expensive than that. And these have come down to about the price of the Warrior ones. I don't even know if they still sell the Warrior ones because I don't see them on sale anymore. So they could have just defaulted over to Bauer and got rid of the Warrior ones altogether. I don't know. I haven't gone into the store to look for them per se, so I just go by what I see on the flyers. And here you go. If you're looking for a triple bank top chest, here you go from US General. 72-inch by 22-inch triple bank top chest in 8 colors. You can get this guy for $900 right now, normally $1,000, so you save yourself $100. Or how about if you're looking for a drill press from Bauer, the 10-inch 5-speed bench drill press with the light for $140 right now, normally $170, save yourself $30. Or if you're going to do some welding, may as well look into a welding helmet and protect your face and your eyeballs. The Vulcan 10.1 square inch arc safe auto darkening welding helmet with American flag design. Can't go wrong with that one, right? There you go, $130 right now, normally $150, save yourself $20. Or here you go if you're looking for a generator wheel kit. This is not the generator, it's the wheel kit. 10-inch heavy-duty wheel kit for $50, normally $60, save yourself about $10 right there. Or if you're going to be doing any kind of paint work, prepping, sanding, all that kind of stuff, you should probably get yourself a respirator kit. Well, here you go with the paint and body respirator kit for $28, normally $37, so that's 24% right there, almost $10 you save. Not bad to have that on hand. Like, for example, I'm doing some work on my Tucson, getting that guy cleaned up because the paint has started to show some wear and tear over the years that we've had it. Even though it hasn't been sitting outside all the time, the paint, one thing I'll tell you about that car that I've noticed is that the paint on the metal parts of the body is fine. It's holding up just fine. But they didn't use very good quality paint on the plastic parts. The plastic part is what's showing the greatest amount of wear and tear. So that's what I'm having to do some, not body work per se, but, paint correction. Let's call it that way. But I'm still having to go through and fix the clear and all that kind of stuff. So that's why right now I'm using a lot of tape and masking tape and stuff like that, and wet sanding, sandpaper, all that kind of stuff. That's why that's all prevalent in my mind right now. I'm going through a lot of this stuff. And here you go with some other sandpaper from Hercules. 9" by 11 wet dry sanding sheets. That's exactly. I have some 3M sheets that I got years ago, and they're still lasting me years later. When you're doing wet sanding, it doesn't wear out that quickly. It doesn't clog up or anything. So I'm still using some sheets I got years ago to do paint correction and so forth. But if you need some right now, you can get these guys from Hercules for $4, normally $5.29, so that's a couple of bucks you save right there. And wet sanding is a great way to get all sorts of problems out of your paint if you have enough clear thickness. That's the problem that I ran into with a lot of the plastic parts on the Tucson, is that the clear is not thick enough. So you start doing a little bit of correction on the clear and you go all the way down to the color coat. That is problematic because then you got to go back and you got to do painting. You got to fill in the color again and put more clear on top of it. So that's the problem I'm running into. Having to do a lot of different touch-ups in different ways to be able to adjust for all the conditions. But how about if you're looking for a rotary hammer? The Bauer 7.3 amp 1-inch SDS Plus type variable speed rotary hammer for $70, normally $80. Save yourself $10 right there. Or if you want to keep your Predator covered up, here you go with the Predator generator storage cover in medium. You can get this cover for $10, normally $15. Save about $5 there. Or this guy right here, the Braun 1250 lumens LED rechargeable battery bank and work light, still $20. This really hasn't changed in price since I did a review on this guy many years ago. This guy came out like 6 years ago, 7 years ago, something like that. And it was around $20 back then, and it's still the same price now. It has problems to it. It's not extremely bright. The handle is not all that great. It's kind of flexible. It's solid on the edges up until that screw. Solid on the edges up until, but it's actually empty here in the middle. There's nothing there. You can literally twist it from side to side, which I wonder if over time that'll cause it to break. So I didn't particularly care for that one, but if you do, there you go. $20, you can get it right now. And here you go, if you do all sorts of tire work and you need a big tank to get that tire filled up, the Maddox 5-gallon ASME compliant tire bead seeder for $120, normally $150. Save yourself $30. Or this guy right here, the US General Mobile Service Tray for $80. That's not too bad. Normally $100, so you save yourself $20. I have one of these guys that I got from Vibor a long time ago before Harbor Freight carried these guys. When I got it, Harbor Freight didn't carry these, so Vibor was the only way to go. And then about a year and a half later, Harbor Freight started carrying them. So I think I paid around $100 when I got it. So $80, that's not bad. That's a good price. And how about if you need some big heavy-duty jack stands? The Daytona 22-ton heavy-duty jack stands with locking pin, $150 for these guys. Normally $220, so you save yourself $70. These guys will hold up an entire house more than likely that rate. And how about if you're looking for an enclosed retractable air hose reel? Here you go from Merlin, 3/8 inch by 50 footer for only $70, normally $80. So that's about $10 you save right there. Not too bad, even cheaper than Lowe's. I did a Lowe's video a few days ago. They had a Cobalt one, I think it was, for around $75. So that's even cheaper than the one they had over there. And here you go from Icon, the multi-spline screw extractor set, 15 pieces for $40, normally $50. Save yourself $10 there. Or this guy, the Franklin 24 by 36 folding platform truck for $50, normally $60. Save yourself $10 on that guy. Very convenient little truck. I use it for all sorts of stuff. I have this guy. So a friend kind of bent it in the middle and then was going to throw it away, so I grabbed it and I straightened it back up. It's fairly soft. So I always tell you guys, be warned, it is fairly soft. Don't put heavy stuff in the middle, or if you're going to do something like that, put a piece of plywood on there. That way you distribute the weight throughout the whole thing. But it's not a bad little truck. I like it. And here you go. If you need a magnetic tray with screwdriver holder from US General, you can get this guy for $10, normally 15, save about $5, and it comes in 8 colors also. Or if you need a benchtop jointer, some people say jointer, some people say joiner. You can say however you want to say it. There you go, the Bauer 12 amp 6-inch benchtop jointer for $270 right now. Normally $330, that's $60 you save. Or let's see, what else do we have? How about an ammo box? The 50 caliber ammo box, the plastic ones for $7, normally $9. Save yourself a couple of bucks right there. Or this spray gun here, the Central Pneumatic 20-ounce HVLP gravity feed air spray gun for $60, normally $70. Save yourself about $10 there, not too bad on that guy. And if you're looking for a gigantic battery for your Bauer tools, here you go with the 20-volt, 12-amp-hour high-capacity lithium-ion battery. My goodness, 12 amp hour. That is humongous. That's got to be like an extra 5 pounds you add to your tool. This guy right now is $100. It's about the cost of most tools also. $100 right now, normally $130, so you save yourself $30. And more stuff for you Icon guys. The Extended Reach Ratcheting Serpentine Belt Toolkit for $50. If you do a lot of serpentine belts, it's good to have this guy on hand. $50 right now, normally $70. Save yourself $20 right there. Or how about if you need an inverter cable set from Jupiter, the 6-foot 2-gauge inverter cable set for $35, normally $40, so you save yourself about $5 or $6 there. Or if you need from Predator a 25-foot 10-gauge 4-prong twist lock 30-amp L14 to 30 generator extension cord, $45 for this guy right now, normally $50, save yourself about $5 there. Or if you need a random orbit air sander from Baxter, you can get the 6-inch professional self-vacuuming random orbital air sander, $80 right now, normally $100, save yourself about $20 there. Or these guys right here, the Pittsburgh Panel Trim Removal Tool Set, a 6-piece set for $13, normally $22, so you save yourself almost $10. And I always point out, guys, there's only 3 sizes in this set. I know there's 6 tools, but there's only 3 sizes. These 3 are the same as these 3, except one is long and one is short. So don't think you're going to get 6 different sizes. You only get 3, long and short. That's all you get. And how about if you need to do some paint correction? Here you go. The 32-ounce Marine RV one-step compound, which I'm sure you can use this on a vehicle as well, or on anything else for that matter, but it's made for Marine and RV. $23 for this guy right now, normally $27, so that's a few bucks you save right there. Or here you go from Quinn, the 3/4-inch extendable ratchet, $55 for this guy right now, normally $70. That's about $15 you save on that guy. If you like some 3/4-inch drive tools, there you go, that guy will come in handy. And if you need a dust collector accessory kit from Central Machinery, you can get this guy for $65, normally $75. Save yourself $10 there. And if you want to do, again, some paint correction like I'm doing, I may have to go get me some of these pads. My pads are getting a little bit on the old side. Here you go from Grant's, the 5-inch universal foam pad, a 1-pack, or the 5-inch universal heavy-duty cut microfiber pad, 2-pack. $8 for either one of these guys, normally $10, so you save a couple of bucks on those guys. And if you need from Bauer, the T-Shank universal purpose jigsaw blade set, 30-piece set for $10, normally $15, save about $5 there. And I always point out, guys, the T-Shank are the new style for the new type of jigsaws out there. If you have the older style from like the 80s, 90s, 70s, etc., those use the U-Shank, U like under. Those guys, they still do carry those blades at Harbor Freight. You may be able to get them on Amazon as well. I don't know. I haven't looked for them. But I know Harbor Freight does carry them if you happen to need those instead. So don't fret, you can still get the new set or the old set at Harbor Freight. And here you go. How about this set right here? The Warrior Grinder Brush Kit. Here you go if you need some better brushes for doing all sorts of rust removal or heavy duty stuff or even for welding. Here you go, a 7-piece set for $7. That's $1 a piece. Normally $13, so you save yourself almost half price right there. And what else do we have? How about if you need a trickle charger? The Thunderbolt Solar 10-watt solar trickle charger for $25, normally $40. So that's about $15 you save on that guy. Or this guy right here from Bauer, the 5.8 amp 4.5-inch compact circular saw for $45, normally $55. That's about $10 you save on that guy. And I always point out, guys, I have one of these guys from a different brand, But one thing, these guys are pretty convenient for getting into small spots, tight areas, etc. But always use both hands. Have one hand on the trigger grip back here, one hand on the front, grip it firmly, and make sure you hold it down, because being so lightweight, it has a tendency to kick back a lot stronger and harder than your typical circular saw. A regular circular saw, being bigger and heavier, won't kick back as much as this guy will. But since it's so lightweight, the slightest little problem, it'll kick back into your face. So be careful with that guy. And here you go. How about if you need a framing nailer from Banks, the 30 to 34 degree framing nailer for 80 bucks, normally 100, so that's about 20 bucks you save on that guy. Or how about the 6-inch by 48-inch belt and 9-inch disc sander, 250 bucks right now, normally 280, save yourself 30 bucks. Or here you go with some zip ties. Remember, we talked about these guys earlier. You can get some this weekend for free. But here you go. If you need them at some other time, if you're finding this video and watching it later on in the month, you can get these two different cable ties. The cable ties 100 pack or the 5-inch UV resistant cable ties 100 pack for $1.29. Normally $1.99. So you save yourself about 50-60 cents right there. You know what? If you have a choice, here you go 4 and 5-inch white or black. And these guys are white or black. If you have a choice, I would never get the regular ones. Always get the UV resistant ones, because the regular ones, see, you're paying the same price. The regular ones, if you ever use them outdoors, trust me, in a matter of weeks or a couple of months, they will turn so brittle in the sun, they will just fall off. Literally just fall off. I've used them to hold up different things outdoors, and if it's not UV resistant, it'll just crack and break and literally just fall off. And whatever you're holding with them will fall down. So don't take that chance. For the same price, get the UV resistant. I don't even understand why they make them non-UV resistant. You should be able to use them indoors or out without having to worry about things. I hate products that don't make it UV resistant. Like, for example, different story, but I have some floor tiles that when I bought them, I did not know they were non-UV resistant. Didn't say anything in the box, didn't point it out to me. I didn't know anything about it. And then after a few years, you realize that they start getting stained by the sun. And you're going, it's like, why is this a thing? You should have everything, especially floor tiles, be UV resistant. Well, those that I got were not UV resistant, and I didn't know it at the time. So now I have some floor tiles that are stained, and the next ones that I put over those, I'm going to make sure they are UV resistant so they retain their color and they don't change color because of the sunlight. And it's not like they're getting beat up by the sun all the time. I mean, just even indirect sunlight will cause it, because the UV rays are not the same as the visible rays, so you don't see what direction they go in. Any kind of light, the UV rays will hit there more than the visible light, quite possibly. So always get stuff that's UV resistant. It is so much better for you. And how about if you need a little tote? Here you go from Voyager. 19-inch tool tote with 14 pockets for 15 bucks. It's about $1 a pocket. There you go. 20 bucks normally, 15 bucks right now. There you go. Save about 5 bucks there. Or if you want some better cutoff wheels, I don't know if they're any better or not, but here you go from Hercules, the 4.5-inch metal cutoff wheels for 6 bucks. Normally 13, so there you go. It's about half price. So being a 10-pack, you're looking at about 60 cents a piece. Not too bad. And if you want some Gorilla tape, the 30-yard by 1.88-inch multi-purpose tape for 10 bucks from Gorilla. 10 bucks right now, normally 14. Save yourself about 4 or 5 bucks. And a different welding helmet. Here you go from Vulcan. The 10.1 square inch arc safe auto darkening welding helmet with the flame design. That's also pretty cool. 130 bucks right now for this guy. Normally 150. Save yourself 20 bucks. Or if you plan to do some cultivating, here you go with the Atlas 80-volt brushless cordless 10-inch cultivator, tool only. This guy's 150 bucks right now. Normally 190. So you save yourself 40 bucks. But keep in mind, if you're not in the Atlas family, you're going to need to probably spend another 100 bucks or more for the battery, the charger, all that kind of stuff. If you are in the Atlas family, then you're looking at 150 bucks. Just bear that in mind. And if you need some nozzles for your pressure washer, the Pressure Washer Quick Connect Nozzle Kit, 5-piece set for 18 bucks. Normally 20, so you save about 3 bucks right there. And if you need a big hanging shop light, here you go from Braun, the 12,000 lumen linkable LED hanging work light with 360-degree light output. These guys are super bright. I have one of these from a different brand, and wow, these guys are super bright. 70 bucks for this guy, normally 80. Save yourself about 10 bucks there. And let's see, how about one of these safety goggles from Ranger? The safety goggles with detachable face shield. You can get this guy for 12 bucks, normally $15.49. So that's a couple of bucks you save right there. And how about if you need to do some caulking? A 9-inch caulking gun. You can get this guy for 3 bucks right now, normally 4. Save yourself a whopping $1. Or a job site backpack from Bauer, the heavy duty job site backpack for 50 bucks, normally 70. That's about 20 bucks you save on that guy. And alright guys, here we are at the end of the coupons. That's all the Inside Track Club deals that we have for the month of August. Hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye for now.